So ever since the whole Kingsman situation from and Miss Victim talking about supporting Israel,
Even if you support Kingsman, whatever, support Kingsman like it's fucking Israel.
I decided to myself, let me try Marvel Rivals. I mean, to be fair, I wanted to try Marvel Rivals for a while now, but I kind of been putting it off. Like back when Marvel Rivals first released, I was thinking about playing it because I never played like a game like Marvel Rivals because they say it's similar to Overwatch, but I never played Overwatch either. So I figured I was gonna give it a try. Fast forward to 2026, I thought about playing a game a month ago before the new year happened. I still was putting off because just a bunch of stuff happened. So that's the reason why I have a lack of uploads. But now the whole Kingman situation happened, and I was like, let me see what Marvel Rivals is all about. Let me see why this situation got out of control. I gotta experience it for myself. I need to get live in the flesh to get the feel if like this game is actually hard or not for someone to be this bad at the game. So I was like, let's go into it. And then I knew exactly what character I was going to play too. So first I decided to play the tutorial. I thought it would help me get used to the game. Kinda did, kinda didn't. I was half paying attention, I half wasn't. I was clicking shit, just seeing how to get used to the controls. Like it was kind of like Rust, to be honest with you. I mean, I kind of learned it, but I kind of didn't learn shit. So I figured that the best way that I'm going to learn is getting through matches. And I thought the tutorial was going to teach me about characters and stuff. It kind of did, but it kind of didn't. It only taught me just the basic shit. So it seems like I'm going to learn it myself, unfortunately. So before I started my first match, I figured I'll go on a training range because first, that will help me at least get used to the controls of the game a bit more before jumping straight into the first match. And second, I get to feel how the character I was going to be playing for most of this goddamn series I'm going to be doing, which is Deadpool. Specifically support Deadpool. Now, as you can see in this clip, I am definitely not playing support Deadpool. I am playing like tank pool or something like that, and I never realized that for like the first couple of minutes. Eventually, I swapped to support pool. See, I'm smart enough to recognize that I wasn't playing the right guy when I realized that nothing was hitting. I was confused as fuck too, I ain't gonna lie. But this character Deadpool basically got 3 different fucking roles that you can choose one from. And I'm just gonna play support pool for 2 reasons. One, I'm new at the game. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I figure, for a second reason, support pool will be the easiest to play out all the Deadpools. The first, all I gotta do is hit my teammate. They can do all the work. I don't have to do shit. It'll be the easiest to learn, and it's perfect for someone who's new at the game, playing support. A lot of people don't like it. I enjoy it though. So my first match in the game, I didn't get a chance to play Deadpool because the character is new at the end of the day, and of course people are gonna be playing him like hotcakes. So I had to stick to someone else, at least for this first match. And I figure I'll go Iron Fist because I seen clips of him being played online, and he seemed the easiest to play. It was probably the best decision I made too because I did pretty well for the first match. I didn't go too crazy, but I did pretty well. First time playing an Overwatch-ish like game. I mean, I never played Overwatch, so but still, yeah, first time. Hey, I'm proud of myself. For the second match and the third match, I got a chance to play Deadpool. Second match, I was kind of just getting used to his kit and then playing around the team, getting used to just how he feels, how he jumps, and actually going against actual people playing him. I don't think I did too bad. Like I wish I could do better, but we did end up winning. But still, I feel like I could have done maybe a little bit better. But it is my second game out of the entire thing entirely, so like I'm not putting myself down too much. I mean, I'm just here to have fun at the end of the day. And the third match, I started to get used to it, and I started to do something really crucial that's gonna help me later on in the game. When I started the upgrade, I upgraded the boomerang throwing ability. This ability allows you to heal teammates within a small radius or whatever, and it usually gets bigger on the third throw. Apparently it's really good, and I kind of made that decision just from playing the game with no views whatsoever. I ended up watching a video later on Deadpool, and I ended up learning his toolkit more in depth. But for now, me making that decision just off of just playing the game itself shows I got great potential with this character. I think anyways. At least I keep telling myself that. So the fourth game, I didn't get a chance to get to Deadpool. I'm still wasn't fast on the sticks or anything like that because I'm still learning the game and its controls. So I'm stuck with Iron Fist. I was pretty pissed, I ain't gonna lie about it. And the Deadpool on our team, or the support pool, I think, that motherfucker was ass. And I was pretty damn pissed about it too. I don't know. I got mollywopped that game too. I mean, honestly, I probably was playing like ass too. But to be fair, again, I'm still new at the game. But damn, it felt like shit. Not gonna lie. And I felt like everything I try to do, I just get packed up pretty quickly. I can see why I don't really see Iron Fist too much, but maybe it's just better characters. But he was the easiest to play, so I just kept playing to the end. And yeah, I didn't really care about looking at the scoreboard or anything. I just knew how fucking bad it was. That got fucking wrecked. So I'm not gonna talk anymore about it. We're just gonna move on to the fifth match, or probably day 2. So this wasn't day 2 yet. I mean, the next clip gonna be day 2, but this is probably the last clip for day 1. I think at that point, I'm pretty sure I watched a video on Deadpool's kit just to learn a little bit more about him, and kind of just came to that conclusion that like, okay, there was a lot of things that was said, like the first upgrade you should get, spinning swords, fucking final exam, to like his healing. It seemed like how you play Deadpool is based off your own playstyle almost. It's like whether you upgrade stuff first or not, kind of. The reason why I say it's kind of off your own playstyle because essentially some people's like first thing they'll upgrade is like, we'll just say final exam, especially if you're really good at getting the ultimate ability fast. That'd probably be a good upgrade to go for, but for me, I was still really new at the game, so final exam, like following that guy, was definitely not the go-to strategy at all, because I will either get ultimates and then just die with them, or I just won't get the ultimates out all that much because I wasn't doing enough skills or doing enough these things, I guess, showing off whatever to get my rank up high enough to get my ultimate. So it was almost useless for me. Instead, I should have just focused on upgrades like my guns, or again the spinning blades like I did the first time, to just get more experience overall and just help me get used to the character, because like it's no point getting an upgrade that I'm not going to be able to use as much in the match anyways. Later on I realized that, and I kind of just adjusted my strategy to, or Deadpool's upgrades to my own playstyle to a certain extent. Like yeah, some upgrades you should definitely focus on, like boomerang swords for sure. That's a definite, I'll definitely focus on that one first. But then after that I'll kind of go to guns, and then usually I'll either go for healing bubbles or like swords, or kind of like anything else afterwards. Usually the guns and the boomerang swords are like the first upgrades I usually go for. Everything else is kind of like up to you type of thing. There probably is a specific strategy you could go for, whatever, with Deadpool. Like some people go upgrade swords first, or like that'd be their second upgrade instead of the guns. Not me. I'm not really good at the game yet for me to do that, so I just stick with boomerang and guns later on. You'll see that more later on during the matches with me when I play Deadpool, but for now, yeah, I'm not following no guide. So the second day, this is probably me watching like another video about Deadpool or whatever. So I went for boomerang sword. I went for the boomerang swords where you throw it out and hit people with the boomerang. Then the second upgrade I went for like the swords, which is not a bad upgrade. I thought being up and close and good in personal was good. It's only good in certain situations and certain team combos. You get that upgrade, and that'll be a good upgrade to get. But in my case, I kind of went for it like a bit, thinking it was good, and realizing I wasn't using the swords as much. And every time I was using swords much, I was kind of dying way more often. Like using the swords and stuff and being around there requires two things. First, your teammates being up and close and personal, especially as defense characters. And second, you being really good at timing not only your healing abilities, but also like your ring aura healing. See, Deadpool got this ring aura healing that he does for himself and other people. The only problem is people can out DPS it if you're shooting or fast enough, or if you just do enough damage, or if you do both, you can really out DPS it. If you're using your ultimate ability, has a healing ring aura as well, and your normal healing ring aura, The only difference is your alternate one is bigger. I think there's a couple other differences that I don't really know about or care to explain, but you can out heal like a lot of people's DPS and stuff like that, but they both go on cooldown. So I mean, usually not ideal unless you try to make a really big push. But yeah, I just fucked up on that part. That's all. I mean, later on I choose gun upgrades more often than swords, and then I start realizing in certain situations it's probably better to choose swords than gun, especially if I'm getting attacked up close more often, because swords technically are really good in certain situations for sure. So the next matchup I got, I didn't get a chance to get the Deadpool fast enough, so I was playing Iron Fist. I mean, that Deadpool that was on my team was pretty good, so we're not gonna complain about that part there. I did pretty well as Iron Fist. I'm still trying to learn how to play Iron Fist to a certain extent. I know this is also going to be very important in the future too, because I plan on playing tournaments soon, especially when I unlock it, and then see how far I can go if I can get to the one above all rank, right? So in the meantime, I might as well just, you know, play some other characters too, because I guess in tournaments you can ban a character for a match, and support pool might get banned for a match and stuff. So it's good to have like 2 or 3 mains, because apparently you get like 4 characters can be banned during a match. So yeah, if I pick unknown characters that no one really likes playing, or not really a higher ranking, I might be good. But that's besides the point. I did pretty well that match during with the Iron Fist. I mean, maybe I just had good teammates, but I started to realize I'm starting to get better at the game slowly but surely. You know, not rushing it, but making some level of progress. And then the next match I played Deadpool, we absolutely got stomped. I started to see support pool limitations. I mean, to be honest, it's not a solo game after all. I can only do so much as a support character. And I started to get slightly better with it, but I'm still learning the character, so I'm still lacking. But later on in matches, you start seeing me hit MVP more often. And during the Iron Fist match, I was also playing objective pretty well, and that will be important later on during the video as well. So over the course of a couple of games, I was dying, I was kind of succeeding, I was winning, and I was losing. It was kind of like in between, you know, like, you know how you're starting to get good enough to where like you're somewhat winning consistently, but you're also still losing consistently at the same time. Like it's an even ratio, like a 50-50 ratio. That's pretty much how I felt, and especially playing a character. But I was slowly but surely getting better, and I was slowly but surely getting the MVP status, especially when we won the games and stuff like that. And I can see it through my efforts that I was definitely getting better, slowly but surely. Actually, to be honest with you, to be able to do that within like maybe game like 13, 14 on the second, like, you know, second day, and like 14 games like in total, like getting this good, I feel like that's pretty impressive. I don't know, maybe not, maybe someone done it better than I did, but it is what it is. Eventually I got a really interesting match. I feel like this was starting to be a turning point, and I started to get better with the character and just better at the game overall. I did really well at the game. You know, I was healing a lot of people, and I was also getting a lot of kills at the same time. I guess I was just either doing enough damage or I was finishing them off. Whatever I was doing it right, and I ended up with 22 kills. And you probably think, oh man, that's a really high kill count. Well, I thought it was. It probably isn't. But I thought it was a pretty high kill count, getting 22 kills. And I also ended up getting MVP that game. However, that is not my highest kill count game of all time. At least, not yet. That one is coming up. But the next game after, I kind of got mollywopped and I got targeted pretty damn hard. Because, if you didn't know, Deadpool felt like a glass cannon character, kind of like Spider-Man. That motherfucker, I feel like in my eyes, is a glass cannon character in this game, and so is Deadpool. He's kind of like a glass cannon character, especially support pool. He is definitely a glass cannon character. And you're not playing tank pool, you're a glass cannon character, no matter what it is. But yeah, it's just a lot of stuff. You get 1 or 2 shot on like pretty strong attacks or heavy attacks, you know. And I felt that a lot during that game, that second match at least. So I'll say this game is my highest kill count game, and you probably see why. Like, first, the team synergy was really good, but second, I was definitely feel like I was swapping between different weapons more often than not, and basically using certain weapons in certain situations, and basically doing certain actions in certain situations. Pretty much, I was playing the game properly. I think, anyways. I feel like I was playing the game properly. I mean, you don't get 30 kills by playing the game like trash, right? But either way, first it was kind of like a little like entrance fucking blocking semi stalemate. I mean, eventually we kind of pushed out to it. And I was, bring my swords out because sometimes I was still bringing my swords out at the wrong time, but sometimes I was bringing it out at the right. I was swapping between the weapons more often than not, and eventually pushing that first circle. I was finishing off people with the sword when I needed to, doing enough damage, finishing off when they're low and no one's nearby. Making sure they don't recover, especially that one Deadpool. And the sentry felt really, really well. There were still like some instances I died like because I got like stunned or something like that. I still sometimes get stunned and I just get screwed over. And I'm starting to get better at dodging some of the stuff, but sometimes I can just get caught perfectly and I couldn't do shit about it. And I doubt right now in this instance I got caught and stunned and that was horrible. But I'm starting to get better. I only died 4 times in this match too, by the way. Yeah, eventually I ended up getting revived. I had to do like a shit ton of damage. I threw my boomerangs out in like the perfect fucking situation, and I was getting a lot of damage off. I switched to swords to finish off people too, like you see right here me dashing and finishing off that chick or whatever, and taking a selfie, I guess, because you get your ultimate back faster by doing that. And apparently get invisibility frames, so I'm trying to get used to doing that still. I haven't mastered that art yet, but yeah, you can see this game is going extremely well for me. I mean, the team synergy also is just really strong here as well. Because I'm just doing so much damage, I got my upgrade, most of my upgrades, if not all of them, well before like the halfway mark. I was getting to the second part, which is really good. And as you see, I'm using guns, switching to swords when I need to, because swords also heal people around me, so I'm switching there, and like I don't need to like worry about healing people if they're all right near the enemies and I'm slashing away, but I'm not getting too aggressive, but aggressive on the right moments and timing and stuff. And yeah, I was just playing really well during this game, making minor mistakes, every once in a while, because I'm still new at the game at the end of the day, but I'm improving. That's important. And then I ended up making a really big mistake, which is I rushed in there by myself with the ultimate activated. I don't know if I had the other healing ability activated, which I don't think so. I think I just forgot it. They just kind of out DPS me and I ended up dying. And also, it was kind of stupid. I'm like, fuck, I made a huge mistake. I realized that too, because it was like, no one's near me anyway. There's no point going in there and doing the sword slices in the first place. I realized this during the game, by the way, so I mean, I made sure not to make that mistake again. But yeah, sometimes I forget to keep in mind that I need to play within the team boundaries like I've been doing, because sometimes like support pool, you're supposed to be in the middle of it to a certain extent, not over push, but you're not under pushing either, right? Sometimes you're under pushing at the start of the game, but later on in the games you're kind of like pushing with the team, At least that's how I feel like how you're supposed to play. It feels perfect, like at least in this match how I was playing it for the most part. So in this game, you realize like my turning speed is also low. I should have adjusted this way early on during the game or during the match of playing. Yeah, that's why I look like I'm steering so fucking slow. I actually have it on max settings currently as we're speaking. That shit still feels slow as fuck. Unfortunately, I can't do shit about it, but at least I'm not turning like a fucking ship on an anchor, So look back at it now. I'm turning. It doesn't matter. I was being accurate, so hey. So in the end, yeah, we just doing the final push. I end up going fucking absolutely crazy. Yeah, just chopping people up, killing people. Doing healing, damaging. I was blocking damage. I was doing a lot. And yeah, at the end of this match, man, I ended up with 30 kills, only died 4 times, and 25 assisted, And then Mr. Polly, which is like my partner in crime, I will say most likely, had around like 33 assisted and like 7 kills and like 1 death. So, and I got like 3 medals out of that entire match too. So it was obviously pretty obvious who was the MVP in this match. I don't really know how MVPs like fully work in this game. Because you're gonna see a really interesting situation at the end of this video on on me getting MVP. But essentially, this was like would have been my best match of all time, and it is my highest kill match of all time. But in my eyes, I don't consider this my best match of all time. Only because the last match that I did what I consider the best match of all time. Before I get to the last clip of the day and this entire video itself, I'm going to go over the last 2 clips before then. I played 2 more games before the last clip, which I thought was like the best game of all time, at least my best game of all time. So I did really well. I mean, I was just shooting, throwing stuff around, switching stuff to, you know, switching swords and stuff like that. I mean, I was dying a little more. I mean, I started getting targeted more. That's what I realized. It's like a support, you definitely get targeted more, and I need to do better at combating against it. Obviously, I'm still new, so I'm still trying to figure that out a bit. There's still some of the kinks I'm still trying to figure out like that, and just getting used to team synergy, especially when getting swapped when you don't got defense characters. But overall, I'll be hitting MVP way more often. Like, I'm winning, like, if I play 5 games, I'm probably winning like 3 to 4 games out of like 2 or 1, you know. I would confidently say, actually, I'll probably win 4 games out of the 5th one, you know. 4 out of 5, I'm probably winning, and I'm most likely getting MVP out of 3 of the games for sure. That's how good I feel like I was getting. Obviously, this is just quick play at the end of the day. This is not even tournament play, so I'm not gonna be too cocky and like, oh, I'm fucking better at the game, because I know for damn sure once I get in tournament play, that's gonna really test my skills if I really know what the hell I'm doing. Probably not, but hey, I'm excited for it anyways. So in the final clip, I finally have like my way of playing Deadpool. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for the most part, kind of. I mean, I could be healing a bit better, but it seems like the team is playing way back. I mean, especially watching back at it now, the team is not playing as aggressive, I feel like, as they should be. I mean, to be fair, there's no defense characters, and I think all these guys are, most of you guys are vanguards. So I'm trying my best to hold the line pretty much and doing a bunch of damage. I mean, at this point, I think I was focusing more on killing these guys and healing. I was kind of healing, but kind of wasn't. Like, I was trying to do 2 things at the same time, and maybe I should have been focused on healing more, but they weren't. I feel like I wasn't really doing much, and I was focusing on a lot of the other guys, trying to prevent them from moving the spider bot closer. It was a lot on mine. I know I was probably like maybe a little bit too aggressive here, but at least I was trying to prevent the ejector from moving. It felt like I was probably one of the only people trying to prevent the ejector from moving forward, and yeah, I was dying a lot too. I will also say Spider-Man was a hell of a nuisance this game too. Like, he wasn't, like, for me, he was easily killable, but that motherfucker could just get away. So unless you got like good aim, and I would support Deadpool, so like, you know, I had good aim. I had to at least also hopefully hit headshots, because I mean, he dies easily, but I don't do a lot of damage either. So they kind of hit or miss, you know. But during that match, I felt like a lot of things I was doing felt almost hopeless, I guess. And yeah, I was getting a decent amount of kills, but I felt like I was also getting packed up a little bit, maybe. I mean, I did die like 6 times in the match. Yeah, it just felt like I was trying my absolute hardest to stall them, pretty much. And it felt like a stalling game for sure. And then it did end up becoming a stalling game, because at the end, I was stalling like my life absolutely depended on it. In fact, that I stalled so hard that we ended up winning the game, and I ended up getting a MVP, even though I got no medals and none of that, you know. So I was also praised as well. But I guess it made sense, since I feel like I was the only person that really stopped the vehicle most of the time. And the essential was playing the objective. I feel like, I think that's how MVP kind of like more or less works. Is like if someone was playing the objective while doing their job, but also trying to play objective at the same time. So even though I wasn't the most prominent healer, you know, to be fair, we had like 2 healers on the team, and I wasn't the most damaged or anything. I was doing my best, I guess. So I got MVP. So yeah. The crazy thing is, I knew I was gonna get MVP too. I mean, you don't stall for that long and don't get MVP, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't fully know how it works, but like, I had a strong feeling that I was gonna be MVP that game too. And I will say this is like my best game of all time. Although I was making a lot more mistakes that game, I felt like that was like just the best game because I actually was presented with an actual challenge for once, and I overcame it with sheer effort and pure skill alone. Well, I also had a reliable sidekick teammate too, Polygon Fighter. So, hey, there you go. So overall, what do I think about Marvel Rivals? I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty fun game. You know, I kind of wish I picked up on it a little bit sooner. But hey, better late than never. And I'm pretty glad I didn't pick up on Valorant, which I thought about picking up on when it first came out. But seeing how that community acts and stuff, and I can see why like Kingsman liked this game a lot. And you know, I mean, more or less, he's more passionate about the money because it's college tuition. But man, this game was actually pretty fun. I mean, even though people shit on it and whatnot, and like to talk shit sometimes about it, I see it online every now and then. It's a pretty fun game, and I like Deadpool a lot as a character. I'm just gonna make him like my main, you know, and I feel like I'm going forward, like even going into the tournaments, that's the character I'm gonna play the most. Iron Fist probably gonna be second, and then if I can't play Iron Fist or Deadpool, I'm probably gonna play Daredevil. And then if Daredevil is not available to me, I'm probably going to figure out a fourth character. And I was thinking about playing either another support character or play someone else, like a more attack area type of character, because I don't know, I don't want to just play support if I can't play support Deadpool. You know, I want to play something else entirely. So I'll have to figure out my whole character roster, and then I have to experiment more on characters and see which characters I'm comfortable with. But my next goal is to get to one above all rank, pretty much. So if you want to see that, leave a like on the video, subscribe. Hope you enjoy. I definitely enjoyed this game, and probably a game I enjoyed in a while, you know, and I'll see you next time.